Hi, I'm Omar and this is a crash course in data analytics. I have gathered many professional courses into one comprehensive crash course, giving you solid knowledge in the field. What's unique here, I'm not only giving you the tools and techniques, but I'm also giving you the path to mastering the field. Without further ado, let's get started. First thing first, let's start with Excel. Now we will look at some of the handy viewing features provided in Excel, like zooming, splitting, freezing. Yes, this is the zoom in and out slider or plus and minus, but if we have a lot of data, here you can select a particular area like this and zoom in and out. You can also pick a predefined zoom level or a custom one, and this 100% button zooms the worksheet back to its original size. We also have some zoom controls in the ribbon on the View tab. If you want to see several areas of your data at the same time while zoomed in, you can use the Split button. This splits the screen into multiple sections and you can scroll each section separately. If you only want two sections, you can remove either the horizontal line or the vertical line by double-clicking on it. If you have headings in your columns, like a header row, you want it to remain on the screen while you move down the sheet, you can use freeze pans. If you want to freeze only the top row, we have this as an option. And if you want to freeze a specific row, you can choose the cell below that row and press on freeze pans. The same thing if you want to freeze the column, you can press on the right column. We can freeze rows and columns at the same time by selecting the cell that is both one row below where you want to freeze and one column to the right of where you want to freeze. In this case, that is cell D6. Now we can scroll down the worksheet and across the worksheet, and we can still see same row and column. If you have multiple workbooks opened, workbooks not worksheets, then we can switch between them by using View and then switch windows. Or a faster way here is to use the shortcut Ctrl plus F6. The easiest way to open a new worksheet from within Excel is to click on the New button in the Quick Access toolbar or Ctrl N shortcut. Let's enter some headings across the top of the worksheet. This is typically referred as a header row. The text here, fruit cells, is slightly longer and it either gets partly hidden by the next cell or overlaps it. If you click and hold the divider line between the two columns, you can drag it left or right to resize it manually. Or you can double click on the divider line between the two columns and that will make it in a normal size. To put another column between two columns, let's say between fruit cells and mango, we need to select the right hand of those two columns, which is mango column, and press right click on it and choose insert. And now to tidy up all our column width simultaneously, we select all columns from A to E, then double click on any of the divider lines between columns. This automatically reduces or increases each column's width to fit the data in that column. Now let's take a look on copying, filling and formatting cells and data. It's so easy to copy data like this, but notice that the column widths are not the same as the original source data. Hence, we choose the option under the past command called Keep Source Column Widths. As an alternative way to enter data manually in a worksheet, you can use a feature called Autofill, and it can be especially useful when you need to enter lots of repetitive data into Excel. If you enter a day in a cell, you can select down to the end of the series, and Autofill will work out what the series is based on the selected data. It is important to select all cells that define the pattern when using Autofill so that it can determine what the pattern is. For example, if you enter 5 in a cell and then you use Autofill, it will not determine what the pattern is yet. It just copies the value 5 into every selected cell. However, if you enter the value 10 in B3 and then use Autofill, Autofill determines that the pattern is incrementing by 5 each time. Let's take a glance on formatting. There are essentially two distinct parts to this. First, there is formatting of the cells themselves, with a fill color and a bold border or bold text within it. And then there is formatting the data in the cells. For example, making it text format or number format. And here, select headings in cells A1 to E1 using shortcut keys Ctrl-Shift, right arrow. On the Home tab, click the Style drop-down arrow and select the style color you want. And here you can change the bold or you can change the size as well. You can do the same thing to a column by using the shortcut keys Ctrl-Shift, down arrow. Lastly, you can select all the other cells in the data by using shortcut keys Ctrl-Shift, right arrow, and then down arrow. You can here, for example, apply borders to the data in the cells. As an example on formatting the data in the cells, if you want to decrease the decimal places here, you can do it with this option. And in this column, we need to put the $sign beside the value. We select the column and then choose that option from Home, then select more number formats, then choose the currency and select dollar. And now we are done.